Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nioh 2 on the Mysterious JG. I'm trying to sneak in a video before I actually have to head down the road, get my infusion pump unhooked. I'm finishing a cycle today. So there's a small chance that in the middle of all this, suddenly I'll be like frantically trying to pause because there'll be an alarm beep, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think I've got enough time to sneak in a video and be done. But it's hard to figure this thing out down to the minute. So we've switched outfits. We're now cosplaying as a guy, and I don't remember his name, and I feel bad because he's a pretty badass dude and respected samurai and Japanese history. But if you've watched my playthrough of the original Nioh, there's a whole mission where we go to his, and it's kind of like this. It's a burning castle, and I think it's the mission where we fight Oichi. But he was a retainer of Ieyasu Tokugawa's, who kind of fought against this is before Sekigahara. He held against Mitsunari's forces, and it was a battle where Tokugawa couldn't send him any support. He knew he was going to die at his castle. He had to hold out as long as he could, and he played a role in helping the Eastern Army be ready for Sekigahara and ultimately defeat the Western Army and win the day. But his outfit gives us, cosplaying as him, gives us a lighter outfit, so I should have less problems with like constantly waiting around for ki to regenerate so I could attack. And it gives us more ki, and it gives us a little bit of damage boost. What it will not give us is free elixirs. I didn't run out of elixirs in our efforts last time. I just hit a point where I didn't realize that my get out of jail free thing was eliminated, and I died to fire damage. Also, I've put on some accessories here to give us some fire resistance. We'll have a slightly worse chance of getting our grave recovery, but we should be taking about half damage from fire, which will be good. So let's go ahead and get our defensive charms applied. Got rid of our fire thing and got something else instead that I probably won't be using much because it's kind of a pain in the butt to use. But I'm using more of the poison stuff too. And we'll go ahead and watch the intro again, just in case you don't want to bother to watch the last video, but you do watch this one for some reason. So I guess he's a historical figure, but he's some assistant of Mitsunari who in this game is being given the role of like weirdo evil dude with like dark power. But here comes Wolfhound, trying to interfere with our Cobra, the space adventure. That will not even be... You will have no... If you're watching these as they go up, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But eventually something will appear on Zerfal's channel to clue you in. And I kind of am set on the wrong... I want to be on the slowdown one first, right? And I want to keep her poisoned all the frickin' time, I've decided. Okay, the poison's gone now. So I need to get that going again. She is not staying poisoned as long. I think it's harder to keep it on her when she's in this zone. Oh fuck, let me get some health. Health? Okay, probably should have avoided that, but I didn't. Seems like getting behind her is a really good idea if you can, but need to get my defensive boosts back. They've long since worn off, and I kind of didn't notice. Now she's summoning minions. I don't like that. Oh, I used up my thing. I didn't realize it. Okay. My instinct is saying go for elixirs, but I don't actually need any right now. And these guys are just going to sort of be a distraction. I don't think I want to waste a lot of time attacking them. But it might be that that's foolish. I just need to get rid of them. Okay. You know, I'm going to get rid of them. Okay, I'm about to die. Yeah. And I'm looking at her stamina meter instead of mine, which got me really confused. A lot of these battles are going to be less confusing for me once I'm back to having some of the special powers I had late in the original Nioh with like the instant cast on some of my oh, I switched weapons. I did not mean to do that. Okay, now I got my weapon back that I wanted. That was really throwing me off. I think I got her this time. There we go. And I got her soul core, which is nice. Red demon stuff, it looks like. Do I think I can control you? That wasn't my intention. My intention was to kill you. So I wonder... I don't think that was supposed to be like Nohime in some kind of demonic form. Oh, it reminds me, I think I might have missed a ice butterfly thing where you hear from Nohime's spirit at some point and all that. I was also kind of vaguely expecting we would find Nobunaga's corpse in here, but I guess not. So that was an interesting boss fight. I feel like I almost won it last time. And I could have won it last time if I was paying a little bit more attention to my health there and had taken an elixir earlier. I was watching her health and Ki so closely in that fight that I occasionally lost track of mine and was tempted a few times to take an elixir because her health was so low and not because mine was. But that being said, I have 2 elixirs left and went through almost all of my goodies, so it's not like I dominated and didn't... I probably could have kept her in the sloth state more. But now that wasn't too bad. This might not be a bad level for me to grind in going forward. Getting good loot drops from her. Though I ended up in the wrong stance. But luckily I can switch stance even while going to the next mission. Let's see. Now that was less than 10 minutes. I hope if I have enough plot to carry me through a whole video, then maybe I can actually just be free to do whatever I want next time. But here we are telling his sister that Nobunaga's dead, I guess. Yeah. Well, he killed your brother. What kind of stone? Oh no, it's Wonder Woman 84! It's gonna be terrible! Yeah, don't be playing with that stone. Yeah, don't be doing that. I wish I had the vocalization to warn you. People are people, there's something. Don't remember the words to the rest of that. Yeah, I guess we got to absorb her spirit now, because if you know the history, Oichi's probably not going to be around for too much longer either. Like, this is a story about a lot of people dying. Yeah, Nagamasa was apparently, he liked her. Or she liked him. He liked her too. So I guess Nohime is actually nice to Oichi in this version of the story. Oh, and her daughter is the one who's like the nine-tailed fox in Nioh. Ultimately, her daughter is like the final boss, kind of, sort of, maybe. It's weird. Oh, not of one of the DLCs, not the vanilla game. Because in case Jan's like, I don't understand a word you said. I'm actually William Adama too. I just don't talk, so people don't notice that I'm not Japanese. I'm wearing disguise here. She seems to care more about his safety than he does. Then again, it's really difficult to tell what... I'm trying to think, what is our character named now? Because it's... we're Hidi, because Yoshi is Hideyoshi. Although I guess now he's going by Tokichiro. So yeah. Excuse me. Presumably the story of this game ends before Lady Chacha becomes kind of an important character. She was associated with the Nine-Tailed Spirit in the last game, so in this game it would be Oichi. That makes sense. We'll have to see if that spirit's any good. Just because it's a quality of life issue, I'm so much less tense playing this game than I was the original Nioh, because most of the time, in-game death has much less of a sting. If you've got the chance of spirit recovery thing, I'm favoring that highly over all other things. But if I was a little more confident in my gameplay ability, or a little less worried about losing lots of time building up Amrita, there's probably things that would actually be giving me better gameplay bonuses than chance to recover corpse. It is a real shame we didn't make it in time, but the way you managed to take down that yokai in the middle of those roaring flames, well, you never cease to amaze me. I was watching from the shadows. I still cannot believe that the Great Oda clan could be toppled so swiftly, and it looks like Akechi's troops have seized the capital. I haven't really given her a consistent voice. It's just some kind of falsetto. What you do next is entirely up to you, of course, but you don't strike me as the kind to leave a debt of gratitude unpaid. Right now, though, without our army and with Tokichiro nowhere to be seen, we are very much at a disadvantage. Yeah, I'm thinking our story mirrors the rise of Hideyoshi, but only up to a point. I'm starting to feel like he might end up being the final boss, which would be interesting. I'm kind of enjoying this game's story. I'm like the part of the small minority that actually liked William as the mostly mute protagonist of the original Nioh, who was just kind of not fully connected to what was going on. But despite generally being irritated by games with a just totally mute protagonist, I'm finding this one, the story is actually still kind of fun. Although I can't imagine, like, if I didn't already know some of the, gameplay action-friendly version of the history from Samurai Warriors, I might not really be engaged with the story at all. Faster movement, Amrita absorption, interesting. Life drain, attack +6, Amrita earned. None of those are really blowing me away. Twilight missions have changed, and I can't do any of them, so it hardly matters. Let's go through our gear and see what there is. Apparently there's new stuff to do at the tea house. Let's view illustrations. We'll have a new yokai illustration of Catwoman. It's Catwoman. Kasha, literally fire chariot, is a yokai. Why is this Kasha a, kitten girl with big breasts? I don't know. That snatches corpses and spirits them away to hell. Its name originally referred to a mythical chariot believed to transport sinners to the underworld. It is believed that the folklore got fused with the ancient Japanese belief that a cat, okay, well, maybe this is it, should never be allowed in the vicinity of a corpse, resulting in the conception of Akasha as a monstrous cat that drives a fiery chariot. Akasha is a servant of hell, tasked with torturing the very souls it steals. In Japanese, there's a saying that one is in a fiery chariot, which means that they are suffering great financial difficulty. This saying originates from a belief in Kasha, with the struggles of poverty being likened to Chacha's torture. It doesn't seem like we're going to get a whole lot of information about Chacha. Defeat it 3 times, you get all the text you're going to get, and it probably has play memories. Oh, well, that's new. I didn't know we had all these stats on Chacha. Resistances, fire, corruption, paralysis, weakness, water. Well, water is obvious. It was poison worked against it surprisingly well too, and that's probably it. But just in case, yeah, that's it for new stuff. New Guardian Spirit, Tengen. That's the one I'm using. 9 tails, as the name suggests, a fox guardian with 9 tails. Okay. Character directory. You can't just start at the back and go left on this because they actually are kind of listed in order of importance. I hope we get to... Yeah, apparently we haven't learned everything we're going to learn about Yasuke. I guess I'm way overstating it. And I felt bad. Even in my Assassin's Creed, I recorded some the other day, and I found myself sticking up for the hero of that game. Although his name, Adewale, it slips away from me really easily. But Yasuke doesn't. And I kind of unfavorably compared Adewale to Yasuke. Adewale, as the star of his own game, gets a little bit more characterization than Yasuke does. But Yasuke just strikes me as being really cool. So we got Kuni, Saga. I'm just wondering who the new person is. Who's the new kid on the block? Because I don't remember having met any new characters. Princess No is, yeah. Princess No and Nobunaga were both victims of Akechi Mitsuhide's act of treason. When the couple was surrounded by flames that threatened to engulf Honnouji, Princess No rejected the option to flee, choosing instead to stay with her husband and share his fate. However, it is believed that her strong resolve to stay by her husband's side has caused her spirit to linger in the halls of Honnouji forever. And Nobunaga also, I guess he's not coming. It doesn't appear the storyline is going to involve him coming back, which was kind of at the very end of the original Nioh happened, but not in a weird way. Nobunaga's goal of national unification was almost within his grasp when his vassal Akechi Mitsuhide unexpectedly committed treason. Surrounded on all sides by the flames that engulfed Honnouji, Nobunaga and his wife, Princess No, met the end of their lives as one. They were literally forming the beast with 2 backs when they both died at the same time. Kind of morbid, but super hot. I'm kidding, guys. Dosan meets his end. Oh, that's right. They do it by chapter. So the one left behind, the wheels of fire, Honnouji ablaze. Can remodel our hut. Don't see any need to do that at this time. That Panther Spirit is the coolest looking spirit so far, in my opinion, but I didn't actually do anything that I found that useful. It just looks cool. Shrine, not hut, it's shrine that I wanted. Because we'll go through our... I've actually, just because I'm in the middle of an infusion and wasn't that confident that I would be good with commentary, I've actually spent quite a decent chunk of time leveling up in Nioh 2, which I'd kind of neglected. Especially because there's an equipment set with that ninja teacher guy we can now get, which seems like it would be useful if I ever want to go back to a Kusarigama build. And it's useful even without the Kusarigama, and if I still keep using the split staff. But I don't have the stats to use it, so I need to level up a few times. So if we come to the make off, the nice thing about the make offering screen is that I can go through, for some reason this is the only place that it really wants to let me go through individually these wappets. Without having all the different swords and armors stuck together, which makes it harder to figure out, am I keeping just the best of each unique or sword type that belongs to a set. Excuse me. And I don't do that much analysis. It's just like, usually it's like if one of them is does more damage than the other. If it's really close, I'll check and see what the other things added onto it are. But see, this is a slightly higher level. It's got block break. This has break. This has block. Melee damage familiarity. It's not damage bonus familiarity. That might actually push this over the top. This does a little bit more key damage and high attack damage. I don't remember which attack we do. What's the difference between break and block? I mean, break is blocking the opponent's break, I guess. That does more key damage to a blocking opponent. Increases your block stat when your health is dangerously low. I might fight differently when using the spear, but I think I tend to favor evading to blocking, so this one might actually be better, even though it's slightly weaker in base stat, because it has a familiarity damage bonus. By the time I got that up to 900 familiarity, it would probably be doing more damage. Brutak's not part of the set, so I'm not going to bother to keep it. This is like, I do a lot of this off camera, but if you're curious about the process, here it is. Jonin Split Staff has decent damage base, but I've got other things with better damage base. Well, hold on now. This is level 80. This is level 78. Damage bonus familiarity B+. This might actually be my best but I'm using the ones that give corruption or purity for the most part. This one adds poison, and this one adds fire. It's unlikely I'd ever use this one, even though it's got good attack. This would have higher raw damage than anything I've got except maybe this one. But this one I also tend not to use that much just because it's not adding anything really funky. Now, what the hell, I'll keep it just in case. I'll probably get around to leveling it up. Thing is, I'll often just have a weapon if I'm leveling up. It's not my best one, but I'm leveling up because I think you get better rewards for turning it in if it's got full familiarity. That might be just something I made up that doesn't do anything at all. Crimson Hand Cannon. Well, this one, which is fully leveled up, is actually now probably my weakest one. Which means we can turn in the bed. Yeah, and this has to be, because look, this is level 67, this is level 76, this is level 86, but I'm earning more than twice as much Amrita by turning this thing in, so I think there is a boost. I forgot, we can actually kind of check that. This thing I haven't gotten any familiarity with. It's Amrita earned 1671. This one here, which is a slightly lower level, is 3763. So if it's one that you think you'll get any utility out of, you'll get more Amrita with it if you just use it, level it up, and then you can chuck it out later. So it's no harm to just hold on to it and decide later on, nah, I could have just chucked that. Firestarter Hood is not part of a set, and it doesn't seem to do anything real special. Water damage increase, whatever. Imperial Monk's Hood is not part of any kind of set. There's so much gear to go with in this game. Like, if it's not part of a set, I really don't even look at it. Unless its stats are way high. Tower Helmet, Warrior Monk Hood. Okay, so nothing here. Doesn't look like we got any new armor since the last time I cleared out. Maybe just a tiny bit of armor here. Die Hard Cuirass, which I've actually equipped but didn't lock. Interesting. With the armor, there is no familiarity bonus, so it's not hurting anything to have it sitting around your inventory thinking you use it and chucking it out later, but you're not gaining any, mild increase in Amrita by not promptly getting rid of stuff that you're not going to use. These gauntlets give me elixir efficacy, and this gives me toughness. This gives me more. Yeah, so this is one defense higher, but actually inferior, clearly inferior if you look at the stats. Leg protection. I got a new Tecmo-Koei Wasteguard, which I could care less about. Surprising. Anything I got, I think I'd gone through and maybe I didn't get this from the boss. Maybe I had a little bit of stuff sitting around in the inventory from the boss. But if these were dropped by the boss, some of this is kind of trash. Nioh magic, dash. This is fire resistance, dash, projectile damage. Whatever. Neither of them they're not really that different. Swallowtail Wasteguard. This is Nioh magic power plus 8's probably better. It is higher. I really do like toughness though, because that means you take less key damage when blocking, but I think this is better. Psychic Clan Greaves, but I'm not ever probably going to bother with any of that. Warrior of the East Greaves. Better defense than what I've got, plus adds toughness, so it is clearly better. And now we get into this. So fire, I'm going to hold on to this because I realized I only had one fire or Omamori, which only became important. Well, hold on, 16 plus 9, 16 plus 3. Yeah, this is worth holding on to. And what am I equipped down here? Dragon Whistle, which added fire resistance, but I don't want to get rid of it. It had auto-grave recovery. I do tend to... It takes me a while to decide I want to get rid of typically it takes me a while to decide I'm... Oh no, hold on. What am I doing? I can switch these later. I need to put my Kadama, my normal gear back on. And here I usually would be doing, it'll take me a while to find it. I've got, one of them is auto-grave recovery plus Kadama sensor. And then I think for this one, it was that auto-grave recovery. Might have been plus key, but I think I'd actually found it. Auto-grave recovery, fire, and shuriken damage. For shuriken damage, it's a decent chance it was this one. 19.1 is a pretty good stat, too. So there we go. And I'm going to just keep this outfit for a while because it apparently was serving me better. I'd say I earned up stats to use that Tokugawa Matsudaira gear, but I guess it's heavy enough that it just kind of... Like, I came pretty close to winning on the first time using that gear, but I think the key recovery speed for this slightly lighter armor was just definitely worth it. So now, let me get this new split staff that I mentioned leveling up equipped. And we'll keep this so that I've got all of my bonuses from this set. And it looks like, yeah, just post-mission keeping up with stuff is going to... I'm not online? Well, why aren't I online? Whatever. Trade glory for items. Let's see. Like, we rescued Okuni. I'm curious if we got to transform for her. We did. And it is 10,000. And, okay, apparently I'm oversaving the glory because the female transforms were super expensive in the previous game. They're more expensive than the male transforms, but not as nutty as they were. I've got Old Man Nobunaga and Young Man Nobunaga transforms. Might save up and buy all these in bulk. But, I just bought the most expensive one. But the cheaper ones add up if you're not paying attention. Masterpieces, gestures, hanging scroll text, items. Well, it looks like... We'll let him appraise some tea utensils. And then I need to, I guess, get online to come back, because I didn't realize I was offline. But it also means that if I feel like off-screening, I can now do it as Okuni for variety, or, you know, anyone else. Possible, I suppose. Well, there you go. He didn't break it. I need to look up what these do. And I didn't even get a chance to read the thing. Oh, well. Usually he seems to think they're junk. Okay. Passable, I suppose, is what we're getting out of him today. Caddy Maiden Seto, also known as Japan's largest property. Well, apparently we picked up quite a few of these. I did do some fighting in the Exemplary Elegance outfit off-screen, which is increased chance of key utensil drops. And then I switched away from that when I realized, oh, as long as I'm off-screening, I should be doing the one that gives you Emerald gains. Stop bringing rubbish. Wow, I apparently picked up a lot of tea utensils since the last time I talked to him. And I still don't know what they actually do. Having those tea utensils in your hut. I mean, it might just be a brag to your friends who play Nioh 2 online thing. I wonder if he does them in sequence, where he always does the rubbish ones last. Who could be at this for a while? You can skip. I'm never sure if skipping ahead decreases the chances that you got something good. But he gives you that little smile. It seems like he gives you that smile no matter what. He's just got this huge pile of pottery that you can't see back there. And I've lost track now of how many of these are, but this is how we're ending the video for sure. We're just him continuing to praise away. I guess I'll rearrange my tea set off screen. So we got two things out of this that we kept. Totoya tea bowls originate from Korea. There are two theories regarding the origin of this name. The first is that Senorikyu first discovered a Toya tea bowl on the shelf of a fishmonger store in Sakai. The name Totoya can sometimes be written with the Japanese character for fish. The second is simply that a merchant from Sakai named Totoya owned one of these bowls. Well, there you go. And then Seto Hyotan. This tea caddy was made in Seto, also known as Japan's largest pottery-producing region. Its shape bears a resemblance to that of a gourd. Early Seto wares imitated those that were already being made in China. I'm some kind of extra creepy Charles Nelson Riley. Early Seto wares were limited to those that were already being made in China, but with time and instruction from many tea masters, a uniquely Japanese style of pottery began to come into its own. Maybe Paul Lind can get involved. Clan battles. I suppose I could get connected right now. I was saying we'd end it with the tea stuff, but we'll count down from 30. If I'm not connected yet, I'll just call it a video. All right, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. What a great video this is. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Plan information is being updated. Okay, never mind. It actually is going to work here. Although this could also take a minute. Yeah, he told us to take off our shoes. That should go without saying. Well, probably shouldn't be spilling anything of the tatami mats either. There's a weird thing. I was at a meeting once with contractor folks, and one of them trying to be polite, ex-military guy, he was being polite. He said, "Sir, I would bet my bottom dollar that you are married to an Asian woman, and I'm not married to anyone, Asian woman or otherwise." But I just remember saying, like, "Well, no, I'm not. What makes you say that?" And he said something like, I was bowing my head while speaking. Like, I don't know. There's some habit he thought he saw me that was Japanese that I must have picked up from an Asian wife, and I was like, no. Don't know. So we may have overstocked on glory. If there's not a whole lot of fancy female disguises that we need to unlock. Singular mastery. Fighting master. Increased attack and defense split staff. So the other thing I got to bear in mind with why I think the split staff is so awesome is I was enjoying using it, and now I've totally geared all of my clan ranking bonus. I've been with Chosakabe and have never switched, and it is making split staff better. And I'm now a minister with the split staff with the Chosakabe. So and Motochika Chosakabe's nickname of the Bat apparently comes from Nobunaga, who, when asked about Motochika, who was, making big moves and increasing his clan's power on, oh man, I'm blanking on the name of the island. It's not Kyushu, it's, there's Hokkaido, Honshu, Kyushu, and the one that starts with an S, whose name I'm, Shikoku. Yeah, he was like taking over Shikoku, and Nobunaga kind of scoffed and was like, he is a bat flitting around in his little cave, because he hadn't gotten his armies off of Shikoku, which is the smallest of Japan's islands. So he was kind of like, I'm taking over the big island. I don't care about this little bat flitting around in this little cave. And this is taking forever. So I think I'll call it a video. When we come back next time, I'll have finished with my tea house business, and I might do some off-screening before the next time I record. which might include... oh, never mind. As soon as I start an outro... You're free to leave, guys, but if you're interested in seeing any of this stuff, I'll even do it in real time. I don't remember if we're on the red side or the white side this time. It seems like we're always on the side that loses. Glory exchange rate 0%. Your camp 1, individual rank. Like, I'm not getting... It seems like I didn't get anything out of that, but I am contributing stuff. Like this time, I'm literally going to go to all items and contribute everything I've got. 15,016 glory. I apparently didn't get any rewards because I didn't donate Tosa Governor's armor, and apparently I didn't donate any rifles. But I got a little bit of glory. So, bet you're glad you waited around for that, huh? I mean, I could, let's see, T-set. If I donate a T-set, I get... I'll get 2,000 glory if I donate a T-set. I'm not sure that I want to donate T-sets. And so, whatever. Not sure that I get all the intricacies of this mode, and I'm taking the most advantage of it. But I am going to call it a video, and when we come back next time, I probably will have done some off-screen grinding. Maybe even... It's possible that I'll even be wearing special new ninja outfit, although I kind of doubt I'll go that far before I next record. Either way, catch you guys next time.